What's going on, everybody? Recently, I've been going through my collection and price charting it all just to kind of see what I have. So I figured I would start a series on just the most valuable games on each of the consoles that I have, and 360 was the most recent that I did, so I figured we'd start here. Guitar Hero Smash Hits. This was the remix of some of the earlier games. And I remember just loving this one, having achievements, getting the actual songs, not the recorded by the studio versions. I was huge into Guitar Hero for a long time. Still play it every now and then, but the peripherals wear down, and I'm not about to spend $100 every time one wears out. So, but fun game. Another classic. Metallic, having the singular artist games, like, yeah, they did have some tracks thrown in from other artists as well. They were fun, but after a while, it's kind of staled out. Metallica, at least, was a band that everyone can kind of relate to if you listen to anything a little bit heavier. So this is another one that just kind of played a ton of for a long time. I got some scribbling in there I got to get rid of. And yeah, I don't really have much else to say about it other than it's Guitar Hero. If you've played them, then you probably love them. Otherwise, there's not a whole lot going on. Now, I had no idea that this is worth what this is worth. This is covered in stickers and stuff, and I have to clean it up still, but I got this when it came out, I believe. Not like directly from the store, like someone had already bought it, and I'm pretty sure I got it from a GameStop. Dirt cheap. And I found out now that this game's pushing $45, which is kind of nuts because it's a movie tie-in game. Probably one of the better movie tie-in games that I've ever actually played, but $45 for this is just kind of insane, especially for this era. A pretty unique one here. Family Guy, Back to the Multiverse. No manual, unfortunately. I don't think I've played this one yet. I found this at a yard sale. I paid less than $5 for this. And as of right now, it's sitting at almost $50. Call that a win. But super unique. I love that the art's still here, original case. I just wish we had a booklet for it, but otherwise, pretty excited about it. Now, let's talk about a terrible game that I'm excited to play. Saw movies, I've always been a big fan. I rewatched them recently, and I found out that the later ones do, in fact, suck pretty bad, at least in my mind. I got this from a secondhand store called The Exchange, $18, which is kind of great. Right now, this is sitting at just over $50. Oh, somebody took it from a family video and sold it, so I'm going to have to scrub that off. Didn't see that yet either. I've had this for a little while. That's unfortunately kind of what I do, though, is I'll buy these up, and I just kind of put them directly on the shelf. I always mean to test the games and clean up the cases and everything, and I'm just kind of like, oh, yeah, I'll do it later. I'll do a bunch at once, and then I just kind of keep buying and setting them aside, and never really get to it. So maybe now that I'm actually recording these, I'll have to get them cleaned up. Surprise number one of my day is X-Men Origins Wolverine. I can't believe that this game is worth over $50 on 360. It's worth more on PS3. Unfortunately, we got the inner GameStop tag. They committed the sin again. But I've actually owned this game. When it first came out, I'd bought it, and I actually absolutely loved it. And then I had a bunch of games stolen from me about like 15 years ago. I was staying with some people for a little bit, and a guy came over, and I had about 80 games at that point, and like 15 like real good ones disappeared. So I did get this back. The price tag on it is what I paid for it before the crazy spike. I bought this years ago. I love this game. I still play it today. I think it still holds up. Like, yeah, it does have a bit of the goofy graphics thing going on, but solid overall. I actually think the movie isn't that bad either, which I know is a crazy hot take. Yes, Deadpool is horrendous at the end, but otherwise I don't think it's that bad a movie. Just some poor CGI and terrible Deadpool. Biggest shocker of the bunch. I have not played a ton of Silent Hill games. I started with Homecoming, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool. Like, I don't mind it. It's Resident Evil, but not as good." Which I know a lot of people will look at me for saying that and want to fight me. So that's fine. I get it. Now I've played Homecoming. This Downpour here. Well, part of Downpour. This game's pretty bad. And the 2 remake that just came out recently, which I do have a podcast coming soon on, which should be kind of interesting. And 2 is phenomenal. I learned a lot about the lore and dug in a little bit more, and definitely a lot better than I was giving it credit for. And I look back at Homecoming, and I'm like, yeah, Homecoming was kind of weird now, but that's how it goes. Downpour. This is another one that I'm pretty sure I saw it at one point for like $49. I was like, no, I don't really want that. And then I think once it's hit like $29, I was like, now's the time to grab this. This is when it released. Played through part of it. Always thought it was kind of crappy. And then I found out doing this that this game is $62. So it's basically the price of a new game now. And it's not unplayable, but it's not great. But I may go through it just for the sake of doing so, just because it is sitting at that kind of value and I haven't finished it, so I'd like to at one point. And my crown jewel of the Xbox 360 collection. I got this actually as a present, so technically I didn't pay anything for it. I do know how much was paid for it, though, as a present, because I found a receipt. Saw 2. This game is so good bad. It's not the original case. This is just a random filler case, which is fine. But it does have booklet. Disc is in great shape. Artwork is in great shape. This is so cool to me. Absolutely loved it. I played it a really long time ago, and I thought it was fun. Super janky and a mess, but super fun. And the fact that this is almost at $70 and just climbs slowly almost every day, it's really cool to have, especially since I didn't really have to pay much for it. So, yeah, that's really all I have today. I will keep scanning games, and in the next video we'll talk about, I don't know, I'll pick a console at random. We'll see it.